Hello, I'd like to welcome everybody back to First Impressions with Chef6ft6. I know everybody's probably excited to come back from the holiday. Well, not so much, but I'm sure you enjoyed your holiday, and I thank you for coming back and tuning in with me. Today what I'm going to do is show you something light to cook as opposed to everything that you ate for Turkey Day. We're going to do a fish. We're going to actually use tilapia. We're going to use white rice, and we're going to use a bunch of vegetables as well as fruits and nuts and cheese, things to that nature. So I hope that you enjoy everything, and the name of this dish is white rice and tilapia. I bet you don't know what you're eating.
Well, it was just a dream, just a moment ago. I was up so high, looking down at the sky, don't let me fall. I was shooting for stars on a Saturday night. They say what goes up must come down, but don't let me fall.
First we have some tilapia. Just to let you know, tilapia, there are over 100 different types of tilapia. We're going to season this with some garlic salt, and we're going to season it with some black pepper. We're going to flip that fish. We're going to season both sides of that. And today, actually, what we're doing is we're going to cook on our George Forman grill. This meal is probably going to take 12 to 15 minutes. The longest thing that takes to cook is actually the rice. The Forman grill, a lot of people believe that you can't actually grill fish on the Forman because a lot of times it sticks to it. So I'm going to show you a little simple way to make this work with aluminum foil and some olive oil. So what I've done, I actually pulled me a piece of aluminum foil off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some olive oil. I'm going to pour some in the center of this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to spread this over. And what we're doing is we're making a nice coat on here so this fish does not stick to the aluminum foil. I've already prepared my white rice. And my white rice, I didn't add anything to it. You're welcome to add a little bit of salt or maybe like a teaspoon of butter to it, just because we're not actually going to make a gravy for it, but the sauce that we're going to make for the fish will actually be used as a gravy. Now, come over here, let me show you this. We've laid the tilapia in the middle of the aluminum foil. And what we're going to do, we're going to make kind of like I guess like a pocket for it. We're going to take it, we're going to roll it over, make a little pouch out of it. We're going to roll the ends up. And this way, once you put this on the Forman, it's nothing leaking out. We're going to throw this on our Forman over here. You can hear it start to sear a little bit. And this fish is going to taste grilled. While that's cooking, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and prep our topping for the fish. What we have some fresh spinach, which I've already chopped some of it up, but I did save a little bit just to show y'all how to actually chop it. When you have your fresh spinach, you want to lay probably about 3 or 4 pieces on top of each other, and then you want to roll them into a roll. Now you don't want to roll it too tight because you don't want to bruise the spinach. You still want it to be light when you slice this. So when it's rolled, watch your fingers, okay? Just going to throw that off in the bowl here. Next we have some cucumbers. What I've done is I have peeled the cucumber. It has no skin on it. Just to let you know, when you're picking out cucumbers, make sure you pick the dark green cucumbers that are a little bit firm. Don't pick the ones that are soft because they'll be mushy on the inside. That tilapia is smelling good and sounding good over there. Next what we have is we have some tomatoes. I've already diced up some tomatoes. I'm going to use the diced tomatoes that I already have. Okay, that's pretty. Has a lot of color to this salad. to the top half of my tilapia. Next we have an onion. And then we're gonna slide this over in the bowl as well. And then what we are going to add to this is pecans. Now I've already prepped some pecans, right? And then the next thing I'm going to add to this is some balsamic vinegar. Not balsamic vinaigrette, this is actually balsamic vinegar. And this is what's going to give this the flavor. So throw a little bit in there. Now this you have to actually, you gauge it by eye. Depending on how many people you're cooking for, depending on how much balsamic you actually like. That tilapia is probably almost done over there. I'm going to put just a little bit more in here. And then I'm going to put just a sprinkle of salt. Just a little bit of black pepper. Now this is almost done. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to add some blue cheese crumbles. That blue cheese crumbles is going to take this to a whole different level. Now, the reason why I named this dish, you don't know what you're eating, is because tomatoes, most people think they're a vegetable when they're actually a fruit. A lot of people think that cucumbers are vegetables, they're a fruit. A lot of people think that pecans are nuts when they're actually a drupe. And also, a lot of people think that spinach is a vegetable, but it's more so a flower. So, little do a lot of people know they're eating things and they think it's one thing when it's actually another. Alright? It is almost done. But while that minute is waiting, I'm going to throw my blue cheese crumbles in here. Now I just bought a container of blue cheese crumbles. I'll throw about a fourth of a cup in there. Now this is going to give it a totally different texture and flavor. This kind of reminds me of like a Mediterranean dish with the cucumbers and the blue cheese. And then of course, you know, since I'm Italian, or I think I am sometimes, I had to throw a little balsamic vinegar in there, Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get this ready to plate. Alright. Okay, so we have our rice. Just to tell you a little bit about rice, what I like to do is, if the bag calls for, let's see, this is 1 cup of rice and it said 2 cups of water. What I actually do is I'll put 3 cups of water, because you're losing some of your water while that water is starting to boil. It really smells good. This is going to have a lot of flavor. Once again, it's a very aromatic dish, and I guarantee you're going to like it. Alright, that tilapia is done. It has a beautiful fish. It's a flaky fish. It has a lot of flavor. Let's get us a spatula right here to pull this off of here, just so we can get a whole fillet of fish off of here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna sit that with that white rice. Now, the cayenne pepper is a great addition to this dish, because with the cucumbers, it's actually gonna cool this dish. So what you want to do is take a scoop of that, put it over. I like a lot of this. I'm going to put a little over my rice too. It's a great medley of different flavors, different colors, different scents. And I guarantee it's going to taste delicious. You know, this is my favorite part. Chef6ft6 likes to eat just as much as I like to cook. So, I'm going to give y'all a bite of this. Oh man, that's good. That is delicious. I guarantee that if you try this fish, you're gonna love it. If you don't like pecans, You can't add walnuts, you can't add pine nuts, you can't add sunflower seeds, any type of nut that you would like, because that crunch adds a different flavor to it. It gives it a different texture and makes it taste wonderful. Once again, this is Chef6ft6 tilapia. I bet you don't know what you're eating. And you should try it out. Let me know what you think. Send me a message, send me an email, post a note on my Facebook page, post a comment on YouTube, whatever you decide to do. You let me know what you think about it. You let me know what you want to see me cook, what you want to hear. I love it. I'm ready to eat, so y'all gonna have to get out of my kitchen. Thank you for joining me for episode 2 of First Impressions with Chef6ft6. Y'all have a good night.
Well, it was just a dream, just a moment ago. I was up so high, looking down at the sky. Don't let me fall. I was shooting for stars.